Am I in the wrong for denying my mother-in-law access to the delivery room? I'm currently 35 weeks pregnant, and what should be one of the most beautiful and joyous times of my life has instead become fraught with tension, all thanks to my mother-in-law. From the very moment we announced our pregnancy, she's been vocal, almost insistent, about her desire to be in the delivery room, claiming it's some sort of family tradition from when my husband and his siblings were born. I've always had a clear, intimate vision for how I wanted this moment to unfold, just me and my husband, a private celebration marking the beginning of our new family, a sacred bond between us. I shared this vision with my husband, and at first, he was on my side, understanding the vulnerability and intimacy of childbirth. However, his mother has been unrelenting. She insists that as the grandmother, she has an inherent right to witness the birth of her grandchild. Her insistence escalated when she showed up one day with her own hospital bag, as if her presence was a foregone conclusion. It was like she was preparing to move in for the event. When I tried to gently but firmly tell her that I wanted only my husband in the room, her reaction was far from understanding. She burst into tears, accusing me of denying her what she considered a sacred moment. Now, my husband finds himself caught in the middle, torn between his mother's expectations and my needs. He even suggested a compromise where she could be there for the early stages of labor. I stood firm, explaining that I need my space. Childbirth is already daunting, painful, and stressful without having to manage someone else's emotions. The fallout from this has been more than just awkward family dinners. She's been going around behind my back, bad-mouthing me to the family, painting me as controlling or selfish. My husband, while supportive, feels torn, believing that for the sake of his relationship with his mom, I should reconsider. But for me, this isn't just about comfort, it's about safety, privacy, and the need for a calm environment where I can focus on bringing our child into the world, where I can bond with my baby without external pressures. So, am I in the wrong for wanting to keep this moment private? Update. It's been 12 days since I posted, and those days have been filled with tension, reflection, and some of the most crucial conversations of my life. After reading the flood of advice from the community and taking some time to gather my thoughts, I sat down with my husband for what felt like the most important talk we've ever had. I poured out my heart, explaining how vital it was for him to stand by me during this time. I shared my fears, my vulnerabilities, and how his mother's presence would only add to the stress of an already intense experience. This time, it seemed like the gravity of the situation really hit him. He agreed that his mother's feelings shouldn't supersede mine when it comes to such a personal moment. We talked about boundaries, about how he needs to advocate for me, not just try to mediate between his mother and me. It was a moment of clarity for both of us, understanding that our little family's needs come first, that this moment is about us, our baby, and our bond. I also took the advice to heart about informing the hospital of my wishes. I've already had a conversation with them, ensuring that only my husband is allowed in the delivery room. Knowing that my wishes will be respected provides me with some much-needed peace of mind. I've also started preparing for the possibility of her showing up at the hospital, making sure my husband and the hospital staff are on the same page about who is allowed in. We've even discussed what we'll say if she tries to make a scene, how he'll handle it, ensuring that I can remain calm and focused on the labor process.